Toure is an American writer, a music journalist, a cultural critic, and a television personality. He was the co host of the TV show The Cycle on MSNBC and was also a contributor to MSNBC's The Dylan Ratigan Show and the host of Fuse's Hip Hop Shop. He serves on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominating committee. He taught a course in the history of hip hop at the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music, part of the Tisch School of the Arts in New York. Toure is the author of several books, including The Portable Promised Land, Soul City, Who's Afraid of Post-Blackness, What It Means to Be Black Now, and I Would Die for You, Why Prince Became an Icon. And we will discuss that book in today's episode. It's really quite an honor and a lot of fun to be with Toure in this interview today, and we're going to talk about several things about Prince and also touch upon Michael Jackson.
But an icon is something more. It's not just a household name. It's somebody who influences people and really becomes sort of a symbol of who the people are and who we are at that moment in history. And Prince is somebody who gets to that extra level, that he sort of represents us and who we are. And this moment in the 80s when he was on fire, it really says a lot about who we are, that he existed and that we loved him. Like one of the things that I talk about, you know, all these sort of generations, we talk about the baby boomers, the Gen X, whatever, millennials. These are not just sort of randomized groupings of people. There are time periods in which things happen that everybody who lives in that time period, who's about, you know, the same age in that time period, give or take 10 years, is affected by.
Exactly.
Everybody who was an adult or a young adult during the 60s was impacted by that time. Way before we started talking about, you know, breaking down gender norms and these sorts of things. Prince was talking about, you know, you're not going to put me in a box, right? I'm going to be whatever I want to be. You know, am I straight or gay? You know, I'm wearing women's clothes. Does that make me that like, you know, I'm unboxable. And it's a very powerful message. It was a very 80s message. You saw that from other people who were playing in that space. Madonna's also playing with some of that, you know, and you saw a lot of men, you know, from the Pet Shop Boys to Boy George to others, you know, Depeche Mode, who were like wearing makeup, playing with gender norms and these sort of things. And, you know, is this a real man? Is this also a man? Like, you know, and they're saying yes. And men can do whatever they want and play with gender the way that women have always been able, or long been able to play with gender. Prince was sort of majorly a part of that. You know,
tearing down these barriers.
Thank you very much. This is Lisa, and this is Wendy. Hold it. This is very unbelievable. I could have never imagined this in my wildest dreams, and I would like to thank the Academy, Mr. Albert Magnoli, my manager Stephen, Bob, Joe, Bobby, Mark, and Matt, who couldn't be with us today, and most of all, God. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the things I was so excited about was, hey man, maybe we can get a chance to talk about Prince, where this is your strength. I mean, many strengths that you have, but this book, you know, I Would Die for You, is so powerful. What it connected me with was my working with Michael and living in their home in LA.
What did you do for Michael?
All right, Joe Jackson was starting a new record label. Ivory Tower International Records.
This is when?
This is in '74. I had just left Ellington's orchestra, and the Jacksons had heard about me being with Duke. Something happened, blah, 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 got me into their home. I mean, there I was, you know. And Michael and I were tight. And Brother Toure, man, I want to tell you, bro, Michael Jackson was a tough little dude.
Wait,
he was
so how old is
tough.
he at this
He was
point?
14. Okay, had a big natural. You know what I mean? Dark brown
This is
skin,
when he had
big old
acne?
nose. No, before that, no.
Before he
It
had
was
that.
before he had all that, and he was just. We were one day, man. We were out in back of his house, okay, at the swimming pool. The recording studio was by the swimming pool. Here was the swimming pool, and then the house is here. So we just finished the session. We're all there, and this kid walks up to me. He says, "Hey, Randy!" He just walked over to me and punched me in the chest, almost
Michael
killed me.
Jackson?
That's why I'm telling you this, brother.
Michael
That's
Jackson
why
punched you
I
in the
am
chest?
telling you this.
Why? Because
He was
funny?
having fun. He was a hard, tough, scrabbling little kid.